Hey guys, welcome back to Subnautica, the Breachless challenge run. This is episode 5, and again we've got Tank with us today.
I'm right here.
Once again, we are going to be doing some post-recording over the episode, so you're not going to be hearing the game sound, you're going to be hearing us commentating over it, because I don't have mic audio from the actual recording itself. Silly me. So, last episode we were doing some base building. I'm going to start off here by putting a bit more storage down, but we're actually going to be a bit more adventurous today. Last episode was pretty chill, it was just building, really.
Just establishing what we had, and focusing and improving on what we had, rather than trying to branch out too early.
But hopefully things should be a little bit more adventurous today. We've got places to go, things to see, and some fun things to build as well, hopefully.
Best case scenario, at least.
Today we're also going to see what I believe is going to be the first kind of big glitch that makes this run possible. Because on the surface, no pun intended, on the surface of things you wouldn't expect this run to be possible by the rules of the game.
Believe me, I didn't until Sky explained that there were some ways that he could manipulate the system.
There's still things that you haven't seen as well, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty inquisitive about the Aurora, for example. But we'll get to that when we
that's
get to
gonna be a lot of fun.
Meanwhile, Gasopod just drops gas, and we're just back into the base.
Let's leave via the other exit, just in case.
Better idea.
We're looking at the LifePod 17 scan there, because that, I think, is where we're planning on going first. We recently got a radio message from LifePod 17, so we're going to make our way over there.
Ozzy in the cafeteria.
He is the guy who says that there's something attacking the outside, or no?
That's right. That's the one in 17, Ozzy.
So there's some kind of snake creature attacking the outside, which is not promising. But he also said, as you pointed out last episode, that the Seamoth Bay crushed his pod.
Oh, but first we got mail. Perfect time to check back into LifePod 5. Oh.
So this is now I think the third time we've heard from the Sunbeam.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to impart a little axiom for us.
Try and chase down a peeper while we're waiting. Alright, this Sea Glide lets us make this distance, no problem now. A couple episodes ago I would have needed Tank to plan a route via brain corals to this place, but
yeah,
there's not really any trouble anymore.
Yeah, she's taking it upstairs.
This is a direction that I think we went in much earlier in the series, but because this is fairly near the life pod that you started. But obviously finding oxygen sources around, getting deeper into kelp forests, that starts getting kind of dangerous. So we didn't end up going all that far in.
That's right.
So here we are, LifePod 17.
Well, we made it. There's no sign of a snake thing.
Unless he means the sand shark that's flying around over there.
Don't think that quite registers.
We'll grab some sandstone while we're waiting. Alright, and now we'll see if there's anything useful around here. We've got a crew log, but not much else really. But it's not really LifePod 17 that I've come here for. This is what we've come here for. Seamoth blueprint. So we've already got ourselves the mobile vehicle bay blueprint. So now we're going to grab ourselves the Seamoth. And also, as I think I've previously mentioned, for reasons that will become clear later in this episode, I also could do with a scanner room in order to be able to make the Seamoth. And that is hopefully something else we'll be able to find some fragments of around here as well.
I don't think you mentioned needing the scanner room for the Seamoth directly last episode, but this will work.
But yeah, if you have played this game, you may be wondering how making a Seamoth is going to work, because mobile vehicle bays float to the water surface.
Yeah, they're attached to flotation devices, much akin to the life pods themselves.
So mobile vehicle bays will float up unless you trap them. If you activate a mobile vehicle bay in a cave or something like that, it is going to get stuck. The problem you have there is if your mobile vehicle bay hasn't floated up to the surface and it's stuck somewhere in a cave or something underwater, generally speaking, it means you can't sit in it to use it as an actual mobile vehicle bay. So we need a way around that. And that's where the scanner room comes in.
Or if you try it, it'll be like a fucking Bronco.
What usually happens is if it does do the kind of the bucking Bronco thing where it starts bouncing around, the prompt that you get while you're sitting in it is not the use vehicle bay prompt, it's the sit in vehicle bay prompt, because the game doesn't consider you sitting in it. Let's just avoid that stalker while we're trying to fill up on oxygen.
Yeah, everything coming over to us. There was a crash fish earlier as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting better at avoiding those. I know the trick now. I know to turn around at the last moment.
Yeah. Ducking and juking is crucial to evading a lot of the predators on 4546B. We're making our way back to 17 because we saw a wreck in the distance, I think, and we are inclined, by default, to investigate. It should be coming up on the right any second now. That is, if we don't turn away from it.
I'm seeing other bits of scannable things while we're around
laser
as well.
cutter. I think this should finalise the laser cutter.
There it is.
Yep,
there's the blueprint.
Oh yeah, and there's this deep-ass cave.
I've also got to be careful because we're at the 100 meters mark, so I need to make sure that I'm not going down below 100 if it's avoidable.
Yeah, when you go past 100 meters without the proper apparatus, then your oxygen decreases by 4 points every 3 seconds. And if you pass 200 meters without the proper apparatus, then you lose 3 points of oxygen like every 1.5 seconds. So like 6 oxygen every every 3 seconds.
Every 2 seconds?
Oh.
No. Every second, right? You. Oh no, I see what you say. Yes, so you're essentially losing 2 oxygen a second instead of 1.
Basically, yeah.
And as it stands, we don't have the apparatus that lets us not take that hit to the oxygen efficiency.
Not at all. Spadefish.
Yeah, it looked like this this Leviathan.
This reefback.
The reefback, that's the one, which was closer to the shipwreck that we're heading towards than the brain coral that we had in the kelp forest. So
important thing is to remember not to get swept away with the reefback because they do move, and before you know it, you're fucking Martha. Oh,
we've got biters after us. We've got an infected biter after us.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good.
We just got bitten by an infected biter. That might not be the best for our health.
Right on the fucking nose, too.
I think this reefback is swimming towards the shipwreck that we want.
It's hard to say from this angle. But once we finish resupplying oxygen, then we shall know for sure.
I think it's pretty much below us, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, but you've lost a ping for Pod 17 as a point of reference.
Yeah, that's true. Oh.
Tiger plant taking a few shots as well. Because they do that.
Okay, yeah, there it is. Right below us. There's some here as well. But yeah, there's plenty, as you can see, there's plenty of shipwreck around. We got 2 pieces of Seamoth. And
that
this one
is the third.
Completes our Seamoth blueprint. There we go. And now, once we've got that, we're also going to go and have a look and see if we can start finding ourselves some scanner room fragments as well. Because ideally...
Oh, but not before we grab a vending machine.
Oh, of course not. No, everyone needs a vending machine.
I hope you don't have to put coins into those, because you only have so many of those, surely. And we also have 1/2 of the bioreactor. Not bad. A bioreactor being a more efficient means of power resupplying, I suppose, but it requires manual input from you rather than unlike the solar panels that just collect energy passively, you have to actively provide sustenance for it.
I don't really know how like the aquariums and stuff in this game work. Can bioreactors be completely self-sustaining or no?
Yes and no. You'd still probably have to manually provide the input because, when you set a bioreactor,
Ooh, that's
trace
not
amounts
good.
of foreign bacteria. That
Getting...
infected biter might have had a fin in that. Back to what I was saying. The bioreactors require you to manually input objects for them to process into energy. So, if you were to make stuff in the aquarium, you'd have to take the organic material out afterwards and put it into the bioreactor to make it self-sustaining.
Right, okay.
But it can be self-sustained. You just need to be... It just needs micromanagement.
Yeah, right. So we've done 2 of the smaller bits of wreck. We've still not been to the huge wreck, which I think is the goal next.
That's the golden target, because if you saw the size of it, you'd understand why we want to have a look at that. And we just reactivated the ping on 17, so we have a point of reference.
This roof back's just come closer and closer, huh?
Well, I mean, if it helps, if that's the one with a angle on it, then it's a mobile source of oxygen, so to speak. There's the big wreck.
Here it is.
But where to begin searching on it there? Well,
this
let's
is
start with that.
The rest of the bioreactor.
Let's finalise the bioreactor then.
Ooh,
and a supply box. These tend to contain very useful items. In this case, disinfected water. Can't complain.
And that's also what we're after, some scanner room. This is a lucrative trip so far.
Yes.
I think we need 2 more pieces, right?
Yeah, it says overall progress 33%. There's the first fragment. So far we've obtained two primary items to use for this run: the CMOF and the scanner room within the same area. Very productive.
Unfortunately, we can't spend all that long at the wreck because there is quite a distance between the wreck and our closest oxygen source. So we have to do it in small trips back and forth.
We have to make it quick and not delay.
Which is what, right now I've lost the brain coral, so
but we found
I'm delaying. But yeah, fortunately we got it.
We're doing okay for inventory. That disinfected water there, that provides double the water value of the regular filtered water that Sky makes. So it's pretty handy. I think at one point around here I debated with Sky whether it'd be more efficient to just get salt and bleach, salt and common coal samples, because that can go into bleach. Which in turn can be used to purify water and make the disinfected water passively, rather than having to find it in supply boxes.
I think the benefit of disinfected only brings you up from... Water's 20 thirst. Disinfected water, I believe, is 30, so it's only
40.
Kind of 1.5. I think it's 30. I don't know if it's gone
40.
down. You sure?
I'm pretty sure it was 40, unless it was like a late patch after I stopped playing.
Yeah, I mean, it may have used to have been 40, but I've got a feeling disinfected water is only 30 now. Because I seem to remember when I first found disinfected water was a thing, being kind of disappointed that it took so much work to not get that much more in terms of efficiency.
That's unfortunate.
Good news, though, some more scanner room.
Oh yeah, that's always a positive. I was always certain that provided 40. And I know it definitely did. I guess it just changed it. One of the many things that I am out of the loop of, I suppose.
So we're after one more scanner fragment.
That's right. That's nothing. That's just
some of the wreck from the ship.
And where you usually find one fragment, you usually find more. So that's why we're hanging around. But we are also burning through our oxygen because we was just lower than 100 meters in depth.
But with a reef back right above us, hopefully with a brain coral, it might be an easier trip next time. Although it doesn't look to me like there is one. Nope, off we go.
Off we go to hunt down that other brain coral that we've been using a lot of.
This was scaring me a bit just because that kelp forest is not within the render distance from the big wreck, so I was never completely sure if I was going in the right direction.
20 seconds, 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think I got greedy with
and
the
there
last
it is.
trip.
We saw the bubbles. We saw the bubbles at the last second.
Just in time. Yeah.
Not a moment.
Let's save there after that close call.
Too right.
I never think to save until I almost die, and then I'm like, oh, that might be an idea.
Well, at least you think about it then, and not way afterwards, when you're in peril again.
So, I yesterday came across a video on YouTube claiming to be making a multiplayer mod for Subnautica, which sounds really cool.
Indeed, it does. I mean, the idea has been entertained for a long time, and Unknown Worlds, the developers of Subnautica, have stated that they would not actively pursue such a concept by themselves, but they didn't say that the community couldn't do it.
And as far as I could tell from the video, it looked pretty legit. It certainly didn't look faked.
Indeed.
So, and they're also claiming it's quite a soon release date. At the moment, we're recording in November 2018, and they claim that it's a December 2018 release.
This isn't the wreck we were supposed to be.
It's not,
going back
but it is a scanner room.
It has a scanner room piece.
There it is. We're done.
It's a lot smaller, so it'd be a lot easier to break down, I suppose. Another bioreactor piece.
I think I'm going to focus on time more than titanium on this trip, so we can have a look inside. Hopefully, this little bit of wreck.
Speaking of inside, here we go. A crawl space. Whoa!
I see something tasty.
Behind you, on the floor. Yeah, no, behind you, on the floor. Yes,
it's a swivel chair.
This has been something we've been after for a while. I think I remember having to direct Sky exactly like that.
Yeah, you told me. You told me where that was. I totally missed it. But we got it. We got a swivel chair.
Yeah.
GG run.
That was pretty much a golden run right there. We got the Seamoth, we got the scanner room, we got a swivel chair. That was good as gold.
I'm looking forward to showing you the swivel chair trick.
Sure will be something. I bet. How long did it take you to find these ways to break the game anyway?
I think so. The way I did this is I loaded up a creative mode game that I could just fuck around in. Also, what we're doing here is just looking at the recipes for the things we want to make now, because obviously we want to make a scanner room and a mobile vehicle day and a Seamoth. So we're just gonna check out what that will take.
Yeah, just check everything that we may need to take with us on our way back. We should be able to use the blueprints tab.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong thing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loaded up a creative file to test out breaks and glitches and things. I think that creative file ran to about 6 hours of game time. So that's 6 hours of no actual like survival gameplay. That's literally just 6 hours of trying to force bugs to happen.
Wow.
There was a lot of failed efforts as well. I had lots of ideas of how to make things happen, possibly, that didn't end up working. I tried to get a moon pool to work with the mobile vehicle bay, but weirdly, the mobile vehicle bay actually bounces off the bottom of the moon pool's pool almost like it's a solid roof. It does not float up to the surface of the water.
How bizarre.
Very weird, yeah. So that wasn't working for me. I think I did manage to once get it to work in a very finicky kind of way. So if we happen to have found a moon pool instead of a scanner, we could maybe have got this working.
I just saw a spinny gasopod again.
Another one.
Yeah, I think that's what's made you stop because I remarked on it.
Well, I missed it again.
Well, yep. Once again, we'll have to play that one back. It was in around the top left, top middle kind of. Well, if I had to pick a cardinal, it'd be like northwest north on the compass. Anyway, we're just making some more sustenance. But we also had the primary objectives. We still need to get the stuff though. We still need to get the table core and a piece of copper. I don't think we had any table core stored, but luckily we set ourselves right next to some. So it's not that big of a deal.
I am surprised how simple the scanner room recipe actually is. I thought it would take a lot more resources than...
I'm pretty sure at one point it required a computer chip.
That makes sense to me. Like, I feel like it should require a computer chip. I guess a lot of things have changed since the alpha.
Yeah.
Lots of recipes. I checked out the disinfected water. It is 30, so that's changed.
Damn it all.
And here we go. Here is our scanner room.
Great.
It's cool for scanning stuff, and for us, it's cool to glitch the game out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is the main reason I want it. So yeah, like I said, if we'd found a moon pool instead of a scanner room, I think we could still get the glitch to work. But a scanner room is what we're working with, and I'd rather have a scanner room anyway.
Also, Sky's paranoid, so he's going to take the drones outside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're right next to a kelp forest. I've had this problem before. I'm not leaving those cameras out for the fucking stalkers to run off with.
No, instead the gasopod will harass you while you
I failed to grab this camera so much. The prompt was disappearing really fast. I'm like mashing the button right now. I think we also want to put a hatch on the outside of our scanner room here.
I suggested that.
So we've still got 2 entrances. Alright.
Looking good.
So we have our scanner room. The next thing we need to go make now is a mobile vehicle bay.
Yeah, we're going to need to use that and use a scanner room to make it work properly. And then from there we make the Seamoth. And then once Sky's done that, his exploration range is massively extended.
In terms of longitude and latitude, it's pretty much as big as you could want. But depth, I think, still is an issue with the Seamoth, isn't it?
Yeah, by default, its maximum depth range is 200 meters. But you can improve on that. But we're going to need other things to help improve on that. And those aren't readily available right now. Scan room hood chip. Yeah, that'd be useful on your to equip because you could put it in your inventory. Yeah. And then you can set the scanner room to scan for something like Rex or whatever. And as long as you're in range of the scanner room, it will place like pulses on your heads-up display, like those beacon pings, for example. We'll place those around labeling the targets.
I'm just enjoying checking out my new scanner room for the moment. I think what I'm going to do as well is just make a cabinet to put the cameras in. And once I'm sorted with this, we're going to go out and do some fun glitches. But yeah, if this multiplayer mod that we mentioned, if that's legit, then I think I'm sure me and Tank would love to do some multiplayer Subnautica. So instead of uploading 2 episodes of this a week, my suggestion might be to do this on Tuesday perhaps, and like a multiplayer on Sunday and have that run going.
Not that gasopod.
Saturday, not Sunday. Yeah, lots of fish clipping into our base here.
Yeah, but then again, by the time it comes out, it said it was like December or so. By the time it comes out, we might have finished this challenge, but
Possibly.
maybe not. It's kind of a grey area at this point. We're not sure yet.
I think Tank's probably got a better idea, because I don't know how long this game is. Like, as I've mentioned, I'm playing this half-blind. I've got this far before, but once we've got the plans for the Neptune from the Aurora, I don't really know much else what happens in this game.
Yeah. Well, there's still a lot to do. Once you've raided the Aurora for the stuff you need, after that, a lot of it is improving your vehicles to a point where you can dive way deep. That's
I don't
main
think
centerpiece of the next part.
I don't think I've ever been to more than like 200 meters, and even then only very, very briefly, because I didn't have the equipment to do that, so I was running on standard oxygen efficiency down at 200.
Woohoo!
So,
you are missing out, but that will all be fixed soon.
I hope so. So now we're looking to make this mobile vehicle bay, I guess.
Yeah, I think we're just getting the last couple pieces of the puzzle, and then we can send it off. Do we have everything?
Looks like we've gone to collect something. I don't know if it's... Is it creepvine? Do we need some...
We don't need fiber mesh. It's probably...
Silicone?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or maybe...
That's
could possibly even just be titanium. I think you know what? I think I might have just come out to grab a load of titanium. I'm not 100%.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Do we need
another... taking that sea cluster off
another lubricant, perhaps?
Yeah, it seems like it. Either that, or as you mentioned, silicone. We'll see in a moment.
So, do you not get silicone from... Oh, you do get silicone from seeds, don't you? I thought you got silicone from the plant.
You get 2 lots of it for every seed cluster you use.
It's probably silicone then, isn't it?
Also, here's a little life hack for when you're playing this game. If you make batteries, or if you use batteries to make like a power cell or something, then the charge of the battery doesn't matter, because you'll always get a fully charged power cell regardless. So you could put in 2 completely flat batteries as part of the ingredients, and you'd come out with a fully charged power cell. I guess the fabricator charges it up or something. I don't know.
But yeah, I think you probably spotted it a moment ago, which is what reminded you, but we took a battery out of our flashlight, I think, and replaced it with a brand new battery, so that our half-dead battery that we took out, we can use to make this power cell.
I'm about to do that.
Yeah, there we go. We're just about to take it out then.
Oh, well, we're assessing what needs it. The Sea Glide definitely does.
Yeah, so there comes out the Sea Glide battery. And I think something else we're going to grab as well. The scanner battery. So, and then we're going to use those half-dead ones.
Yeah, that's 1/4 battery and 1/2 battery. And those 2 will be put into this to make a fully charged power cell.
Beautiful.
Although that said, given how we're making an MVB, the charge of the power cell would be irrelevant at this point, because it'd be going into something else. But if we were using it to like resupply a CMOth or something, then that would be a useful little life hack. Just rounding up everything now. We just took a ingot out of the locker, and here is the vehicle bay.
A lot of progress being made here. We've made ourselves a scanner room, made ourselves a mobile vehicle bay.
Yes, that excursion to Life Pod 17 is absolutely necessary.
Very productive episode we've got on our hands. It does run slightly long, in fairness. It's going to be a little over half an hour.
Now it's glitch time. Let's see how this works.
Alright, so the game's telling us to release the vehicle bay. We're not going to heed that just for the moment. I'm going to save just to make sure this doesn't go wrong. But I'll try and explain what the idea of what I'm doing is here, because it might not be completely obvious from the video, but I'm forcing myself under the scanner room bar here, and I'm going to release the mobile vehicle bay when the bar is above me, which I'm doing now. So I let go of the mobile vehicle bay, but instead of floating up to the surface, it gets trapped under the scanner bar that's moving around, and that forces it inside. It clips through into the base. And as you can see, there is our mobile vehicle bay.
Yeah. Now, we have to be careful to climb onto it, not pack it up.
We can't actually use this yet. We've not got the things for a Seamoth, but I am testing it out.
Whoa!
You'll see it's bouncing around.
And we got it.
But yeah, if you can stay on it long enough, it makes it a completely usable mobile vehicle bay.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Just need to grab literally everything we had before and some extra glass. We already have lead. But first we got a radio message. So let's see what that's about.
I believe this is the Sunbeam again. With perfect timing, I might add, because we're just about to make ourselves a Seamoth.
Do we make it in this one, or is it next episode?
I've got a feeling we make it in this one. I'm not sure, though. We're not far off it, anyway.
Well, no.
Oh, no, that's
that's
next one.
the end
All
of
right.
it.
I guess we'll be making a Seamoth next episode, then. So we'll see you all in episode 6.